We are in the U.S. Open 1990 semifinal between Andre Agassi and Boris Becker. They are tied at one set apiece. Becker won the first set 7-6. Agassi won the second set 6-3. One interesting stat from the first two sets is that Becker's first serve was 61% in the first set, and then it dropped to 37% in the second set. I don't know what it was in the third set, but I don't think it was much better than the second. This set was easily handled by Agassi. He won 6-2. He broke Becker, I believe now it's six straight times and seven out of the last eight games. Becker did not hold his serve at all. Both the games that he won were him breaking Agassi's serve. So unconventional. Usually in these top matches, it's about holding serve, and then there's occasional breaks. But here, these guys are just breaking each other. And but Agassi's serve was much better than Becker's. As Tony Traber mentioned a couple times, this is really the reason why Agassi won this match, and as he predicted, was that if Becker stayed at the baseline, Agassi would be smiling at the end of the match, and it sure looks like that's how it's going to play out. Agassi is just a better baseliner than Becker. Yes, Becker might have a better occasional forehand or backhand than Agassi, but Agassi is much more consistent, and he can hit the passing shots. He can hit just about any shot with either his forehand or his backhand, up and down the line, cross court, whatever, and just has really good control. He does have errors, but not nearly as much as errors as Becker had. And this set too, Becker just kind of started to unravel mentally. Just very upset about certain line calls. And then this match, there was no Cyclops or anything like that. They were just watching, watching the lines and making calls that appeared to be in Agassi's favor, but Becker was contesting those, arguing and arguing, yelling at the lines people, yelling at the umpire. He was laying on the court at one point. Um, just very out of psyched out, I guess. I guess you have to just take the calls. You can argue some, but the commentators are not saying he normally didn't act this way, but he seemed to have something bothering him or whatever. But he was a bit psyched out in the set. At this point, it doesn't look promising for him. The reason why is because he has tried to mix in a little bit of his net game and serve and volley and coming in, but he doesn't have the approach shots to really knock Agassi off balance. And Agassi's just killing it on his passing shots, his backhand up the line, his cross court backhand. He can hit a forehand down the line, whatever it is. Becker is winning some points at the net, but more often than not, it's getting caught out of position, and Agassi just doesn't miss. He doesn't make mistakes very much, and he can just whip the ball right past Becker. I don't think the Agassi's hit one drop shot or one lob the whole match. I don't think Becker has either. So it's just power and back and forth. But Agassi's just a um, way more polished and consistent baseliner than Becker. Would be interesting to see their previous matches, why Becker won, how he was able to do that, and then juxtapose it here with how is Agassi's game plan helping him and his execution, and what is Becker missing? Because if I was coaching Becker in this match, and at the level of consistency he's playing at, I would just be at a loss. I'm like, sorry, this is too much, man. I don't think you can take Agassi today. He did in the first set, but he just hasn't been able to maintain that consistency that he would need to pull this out, and Agassi's just playing too well. Becker, as the commentator said, he's won many tough, long matches and tends to paint himself into a corner. So maybe that's what he's doing here, but he may have gone too far here in the third set and put himself down two sets to one. He could, turn it around and start dominating, and he's had stretches of that, but it doesn't look likely. Very solid effort by Agassi, breaking Becker over and over. So we'll see how it goes here in the fourth set, but just want to say I'm really impressed by Agassi. I would think he would be the favorite going into the final, whether he's playing Sampras or McEnroe, if he could play this type of effort, but we'll see how that plays out. Looking forward to the fourth set, and we'll see if it goes five or if Agassi can close them out here.